automatically records from that point.
Which I can try.
Well, we always started a little bit
Yeah,
early.
it's not in there.
No, he went to the kitchen, I think.
I
Like tonight
lost
when
them.
it actually automatically posts it now.
I'll give him a time.
This guy asked if we're going to talk about the protest. I don't know what to say.
Say possibly. I don't know.
So, somebody on Facebook wants to know if we're going to talk about the protest at Chuck's gun shop.
Well, we could. Sure. Let me see if I can find a convenient place to put it in. What's my... Oh, well, my rant is about Chuck's gun shop. Might as well do it right then and there.
That's right.
Just takes a little thought process. You know, I got to think this shit through.
Yeah, I like,
We are
I
broadcasting
like
for
our
one.
one line.
We can swear on the.
I was just.
It's internet. It's internet, brother. Isn't that right?
Some
You're
of us,
listening on the internet. I can say
some of
anything
us
I want.
to be a little discreet
It was forewarned.
because of our political career.
What about our political what?
Well, I keep telling you, you're not going to have a political career. You keep thinking that you are. But if you're going to have a political career, you might want to be careful.
Why would you say that I couldn't?
We've discussed this many times.
What
Which you clearly
I missed
don't
this
remember.
conversation.
what office do you want to run for?
I don't know.
Said it.
Password.
Pay for expensive home system appliance repairs yourself, or let AHS help pay covered repairs for you. Protect more of your hard-earned money. For valuable free information, including price rates and coverage, go to AHS.com. That's AHS.com, or call 1-800-552-9822.
It's not it.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jay Metzler with two convicted killers on the loose. New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo announcing.
Eventually I found it.
Did you hear about this? They tunneled out of the prison with power tools and they left a sticky note.
I heard something about it. I didn't get to read the
What
whole
was
article.
what? What did they do?
These two convicted murderers in a New York penitentiary got a hold of some power tools and basically cut their way out through a sewage pipe. They
What prison?
I couldn't tell you. I can go find out. But they left a Post-it note with a drawing of
Yeah, I was gonna say,
a smiley face that said, "Have a good day."
Oh, that was nice of
Yeah,
them.
that's nice.
That was considerate. No, that was. I think that was very considerate.
So weren't they murderers or something?
Yeah, they were.
Just a matter of time before he got
You
caught.
just gotta have a sense of humor in life. That's all.
Himself in after seeing a silver alert, asking motorists to look out for him. The 68-year-old woman he abducted suffers from a gunshot.
I looked up the definition of shalom, by the way. It means peace.
Shalom? Yeah, peace. Okay, now, in our reading, let's put a little energy into it. Bring a little life into it,
There you go.
okay?
Thinking about
Instead of
Pretend like
welcome
pretend like you just had
to,
a
own it. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing this for 3-4 weeks now.
Yep.
Both of you.
That's why I try to read really fast. So it sounds like
Robbery and injured.
Yeah, I was afraid to read fast and trip up on the word.
Protests nearby, climate change, trade, ISIS,
Bum,
Ukraine.
bum, bum, bum,
On
bum.
the agenda at the G7 summit in Germany.
Try to use
When the talk turned serious,
They're
President
sweet
Obama
bag.
held beer.
It's good to
And
hear.
go to
Free
Merkel
bag.
village in Bavaria.
What exactly are we gonna talk about? Neither of us were there.
How we wish we could have been there and why weren't we?
that's why I asked you because I didn't think we
Oh,
were
well,
gonna
this,
talk about
you know what? Did you take notes on him speaking again?
it. I have the website.
Why don't we put it here then?
I could do that.
And that'll.
That would be better because then I don't have to read it.
Exactly.
Because I didn't write anything.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, well, there you go. High level management, executive producer, okay? I just blended something. Did you catch that?
Oh,
You missed, see? Intern guy missed that.
Yeah, the article.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it. Shucks. All right. Oh, we had a phone call.
Already?
Probably telling us
Probably for the
it's probably Flieger.
RoboCop.
It's probably Flieger.
That would be awesome. He
It
called
would
in.
be. It would be.
Should post it
Then
on
we
his
could
Facebook
tongue
page.
lash him
Give
on
us
the phone. That'd be awesome.
I wonder if he has Twitter.
Oh, so the computer's wrong. The time's wrong.
What?
I thought these were always by satellite.
Is the time wrong? Mine's right.
No, yeah, my computer is wrong. It says 9:06.
You mean your internet one, not your board, call board.
No, the computer itself.
Yeah. That could be. But the call board's synced. Yeah, gotta have a synced call board. Gotta have a synced.
He does have a Twitter.
Oh, look, they're both reading and muttering to themselves.
Should I send him a tweet and say call in tonight?
Who, Flieger? Is that how you pronounce it?
His
Flieger?
personal Twitter account.
Flieger.
Long A.
What is that?
His personal Twitter account. I can send him a tweet and you'll see it right away.
How exciting. Tell them to go pound sand.
We have many large certified diamonds guaranteed the lowest.
Man.
I got your level set, but I did not turn the channel on, so I'm recording.
I did.
We are broadcasting too.
All I did was hit broadcast.
With hours for just 14 karat stuff in the freestone and needle rings $3.99, and 1 carat studs are just $5.99. We guarantee all the jewelry we make to a price for gold. Some restriction. By factory direct, save the jewelry exchange in Villa Park, 630-530-0444. That's 630-530-0444 or jewelryexchange.com.
Showtime.
51 votes in the Senate of the United States for an outright ban, picking up every one of them. Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all out. I would have done it.
We will never see it coming. It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life. From gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio. Tonight, David and Gretchen will be talking about it's official. Self-defense is now illegal in the UK. The Patriot Act has been replaced by the Freedom Act. And it's worse. St. Paul schools spend millions on white privilege training in teachers, or for teachers, and Homeland Security accidentally mails out live Anthrax. All that and more on tonight's On Target Radio. So be sure to give us a call at 312-642-5600 or go to Facebook, like our page On Target Radio, and ask a question there.
Other Michael Flieger is at it again, targeting Chuck's gun shop in Riverdale. As of this writing, Flieger plans to once again picket Chuck's gun shop this weekend on Saturday and attempt to prevent customers from entering the store. You can pretty much sum up Flieger's intelligence and social awareness by simply understanding he plans to stand between Chuck's gun shop and an armed group who want to go inside. What could possibly go wrong with that? Truth be told, pretty much nothing. As time and time again, armed law-abiding citizens across the country have proven to show far greater restraint and judgment in dealing with such situations than the likes of Father Flieger. John Riggio, the gun store's owner, is a friend and used to advertise on Target Radio. Riggio is a quiet, polite gentleman, commits the mortal sin of selling guns to law-abiding citizens who happen to live in the Riverdale area. Now, if you have never visited Riverdale, let me assure you that many law-abiding residents feel the need to own a firearm to protect their families. Riggio shouldn't take this personally. Flieger, who is Catholicism's modern-day Tomas de Torquemada, who has resurrected the Spanish Inquisition over the Second Amendment. Perhaps more to the point, Pfleger has also made annoying and embarrassing the Chicago Archdiocese the focus of his 40-year career as a priest. A couple of years ago, I contacted the Archdiocese to inquire about Pfleger and why the church was allowing him to take such a strong reactionary position against the Second Amendment. I was told the church wasn't taking any stand. It was solely Pfleger's opinion. When I inquired why the Archdiocese didn't shut him down, the response was, and I quote, "Father Pfleger is a somewhat special circumstance," unquote. More like special needs, if you ask me. Pfleger has been pastor of St. Sabina Catholic Church in the Auburn-Gresham neighborhood of Chicago since 1981. At 31, Pfleger became Chicago Archdiocese's youngest pastor. But where pastors normally serve for only 6 to 12 years at a given parish, Pfleger has been with the mostly African-American parish since 1981. It's a little bit like having a 20-year career in the Army and retiring as a private. Something ain't kosher. Pfleger has consistently been an embarrassment to the Catholic Church. If the Chicago Archdiocese were run by any of its many Chicago outfit parishioners, Pfleger would have been trunk music decades ago. He pals around with the likes of Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and the virulently anti-American Reverend Jeremiah Wright, who spewed fire and vitriol from the pulpit of Barack Obama's Chicago church. Pfleger is an attack dog trying to kill the Jerry Springer Show, and a veritable pit bull that's locked its jaws on Howard Stern's leg. Now, love those two clowns or hate them. They have the right to air whatever show they wish and let the court of public opinion decide if they financially survive. But nowhere does Pfleger shine as much as when he's harassing Chuck's gun shop. Like his buddy, Jesse Jackson, Pfleger has never seen a news camera he didn't love. He postures and pontificates for the news mass market while simultaneously preventing, to the best of his ability, customers from going into Chuck's. This man of the cloth, the purveyor of the Christian ethic, a shepherd guiding his flock, a mentor, teaching the young how to lead a Christian life of forgiveness and understanding, called for his mob to drag John Riggio out of the store and kill him in the street. Oh, how Catholicism has changed since I was in school. In the 50s, we only had to worry about the nuns whacking the back of our hands with a ruler. Now you have a sociopathic priest who threatens to have you dragged out of your store and whacked in the street by a mob he himself has assembled. Of course, it would never occur to Pfleger to go into a gang-infested area, where people are using guns to kill one another, call out gang members and threaten to kill them in the street. No, because like all bullies, Pfleger is a coward and would never actually stand up to someone who would turn him into a grease spot on the ground without so much as a second thought. He knows what everyone else knows. Law-abiding citizens with guns aren't the problem. They're just a safe target that gets you free television coverage. Gretchen, that is my rant for the week.
Yeah, I really wished I could have gone. I'd really like to go to one of these protests so that I can counter-protest, because usually I'm a protester, not a counter-protester. So it would be fun to be on the other side.
I don't know how much counter-protesting you can do, because he pretty much hogs the whole thing. I see Ed's on the phone. Ed, how you doing today? Did you get to counter-protest?
Nice.
Yeah, that's that swell of grassroots anti-gun movement there.
I actually saw they mentioned it on the ABC News this morning, and as you say, they probably didn't have that big of numbers. They did all tight shots on the people wearing red, which was the gun control people.
You're listening to AM560 The Answer. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. We're talking about Father Pfleger, and Again, did you know, Ed, he's going to, what church is he going to?
On Thursday, June 11th, this coming Thursday, he is going to be at St. George Church in Tinley Park, which is also a Catholic church. And he is going, the title of his talk is Violence in the City and the Catholic Response. And this other website, actually the church itself doesn't have the chutzpah to put it on their website. So I found it on another church's newsletter that you are invited. You are invited to hear Reverend Flagler speak on Thursday, June 11th at 7 p.m. He will talk about the violence that rages in Chicago and how we are called to respond as Catholics/Christians.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the points that I tried to make was, if you're selling firearms to people, and they have FOID cards, the state of Illinois said you can sell them. If you're selling firearms to people in a high crime area where home invasion is common, burglary is common, it stands to reason that a percentage of those guns are going to show up later on in some crime scene because the homes are being robbed and they're getting stolen. And the bottom line, it always is, it's not the good guys that cause the problem. Sure. Well, this is, there's just a common thread in liberalism, and I don't think I would have said this 2 years ago, but the more I read about it, the more I hear what they do. There's a common thread, and that is never let the truth get in the way of a good story. And that's what literally happens. Ed, thanks for giving us a call. I appreciate it, buddy. We're going to be back after a few messages with more on Target Radio. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the United Kingdom and trying to protect yourself. You legally cannot protect yourself. All that and more when we come back with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM560, The Answer. I always have a problem.
Stuck in traffic.
What problem?
That's the answer. Chicago Radio.
You're supposed to go in there?
Traffic center.
Yeah, it must be a bad problem.
Probably off the air. Flagler's outside and cut the line to the antenna. No problem. That would be a problem.
We are, but it's like in and out. It's cutting off like every other syllable.
You have listeners, is that?
Yeah. So actually, the Ustream is probably the better.
Yeah.
You're watching the only on Target Radio there is. I forgot to put my phone on.
So I actually did I do better that time reading it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did it better than last time. Now no one can hear it.
Yeah. I think you still need to practice more because the pauses are not the right places. We should make him, well, he only did it this afternoon. So I was gonna say you should have an email or so you can practice it in advance.
That's what I forgot to ask him.
He didn't have it done in advance. Usually he does, but today.
That's what I need to do is have it in my hand like earlier in the day so I can walk a few times in my head where I don't see you look at the Because in the beginning, I can start out fine, and then I trip up on like one word or something.
Freedoms of Illinois citizens to keep and bear arms. For over 100 years, the ISRA has supported the use of firearms as support for personal protection and as a fundamental aspect of national defense. Over 100 years, the Illinois State Rifle Association has been supporting you. Don't you think it's time you ISRA.org or 815-635-3198. Illinois State Rifle Association supporting you. Did you need to take
Okay.
And if not, maybe you can talk to the like 3 a.m. No, it's clear.
Oh, the state. That's fine. Great. My great rant. My great rant bit the dust.
I know. That was a good rant.
I feel like calling him, what do they call him? Father?
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of calling Al Sharpton a reverend.
That's what it is. That's the Catholic version.
The funny thing is that the people at Saint Sabina know well.
Oh, I know they do.
I mean, they hang on his every word.
The truth is, that's why he's been there as
Well,
well.
there are
Because
people who go to Saint Sabina because he is there.
yeah, he's found his element. That's why he won't leave.
Exactly. And they can't put anybody else there.
You should see what would happen if they put him on the North Shore. Yeah, that'd be like a flying spacesuit. No, he's found his element. There's no doubt about that.
Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever. Transcend is so small and so light you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go.
Hey, I figured it out, George.
Enjoy the freedom to sleep
Well,
comfortably anywhere.
That's every
Yeah,
other
just only
beat.
speak every 2 seconds. 5 seconds.
Except you'd probably be speaking on the
Wrong beat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's bringing it in? Somebody is. Brian is. You are.
and you don't have to be nervous because it's not going out.
Here's David and Gretchen.
I mean, nobody can hear it.
Yeah, right.
So it's just practice.
Say whatever you want.
Yeah.
And we're back. If you love great Indian cuisine, then you must experience Gaylord Fine Indian Cuisine in Schaumburg. Gaylord is so good that Gretchen and David eat there before the show. For over 38 years, 18 in Schaumburg, Gaylord has served an extensive menu of fine Indian cuisine. Signature dishes include tandoori jinga, jumbo prawns, chicken tikka masala, and the tangy and hot South Indian specialty lamb vindaloo. All dishes are prepared using only quality fresh ingredients, including the elaborate $12.95 lunch buffet that's cooked that morning. Manager Darren Dabrio invites you to come early when they open at 11:30 weekdays and noon on weekends to see the freshness for yourself. We recommend you skip breakfast and save your appetite. Gaylord can accommodate business meetings or events for up to 60 people. Gaylord Fine Indian Cuisine is on Mall Drive just south of Woodfield Mall. Call 847-619-3300 or visit GaylordIL.com. Gaylord Fine Indian Cuisine is the Mercedes of fine dining. 847-619-3300.
I don't know. Gee, I think he's got it, huh?
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Getting there.
We need a new advertiser. We need to write a new piece for him to read. Now that you got that one down.
Yeah.
We need a new advertiser. And he can't make fun of me because, he can't protect himself because
He's the only one that's not armed.
it's my show. Speaking
Yeah.
of not protecting oneself, how was that for a segue? Yeah.
Very nice.
I came across this thing, and there are going to be people who think that this is a joke. I know there will be because it's so outrageous. It's so outrageous. It is now illegal in the United Kingdom to defend yourself. Now, let me clarify that. I'm not talking about with a gun or with a knife. I'm talking about anything.
With anything.
You cannot,
Even your bare hands.
even your bare hands. It is illegal in the United Kingdom to defend yourself. Now, here, they have a website. You can go look it up. It's askthepolice.uk. Okay?
There's some other dots in there, but yeah.
Yeah, there is. Askthpolice.uk. You are correct. Now,
Just in case anyone actually wanted to look it up.
well, it's, you can go there and ask questions. Apparently, a lot of people did. Question number 589 says, are there any legal self-defense products that I can buy? Now, wait to hear the answer to this. The only fully legal self-defense product, this is the police talking now, is the rape alarm. And then it says, in an effort to reduce any anxiety, the website goes on to point out that any product a British citizen purchases, other than the rape alarm, must not be a product which is made to cause a person injury. Possession of such a product in public and in private in specific circumstances is against the law. And then it offers this. This is like.
So basically, what they're saying, they're not only saying that they're not specifically saying self-defense is illegal. They're saying anything that would injure anyone
Under any
is
condition.
illegal. So whether you're the criminal injuring someone or whether you're the victim injuring someone, it's completely irrelevant.
This reminds me a little of the state police handing out the state fair years ago, because it was anti-gun. And no, it was tongue depressors. They were telling women to stick a tongue depressor down their throat to throw up, to turn off the attacker.
Yeah.
So the website, the UK website, goes on to say, you can't make this stuff up. It offers some suggestions along with a disclaimer. A British citizen may use a squirt bottle filled with a safe but brightly colored dye that may help police find and apprehend a criminal after the attack has been successfully completed. But, says the website, a citizen should be aware that even a seemingly safe product would become an offensive weapon if it would be used in a way that is intended to cause injury. I know there's people out there thinking this is a joke. This is not a joke. This is the truth. You can go and look that thing up. And I mean, I don't know why the Brits put up with it. I don't understand that
I
at all.
don't either. They're so completely passive. They also love their nationalized healthcare system, which is inconceivable to me because I've heard some stuff about it. Completely inconceivable.
You ever looked at the average Brit's teeth?
Well, there's that too.
Yeah. Here's just a couple of examples that have happened thanks to this.
My favorite's the woman.
Yeah, this process. Yeah. 3 knife-wielding burglars invade a home in England, tie up the family members, and threaten to kill the father. One of the members manages to escape and get help. The family member and the helper return and inflict permanent brain damage on one of the burglars, a criminal, by the way, with more than 50 previous convictions. They do this using a cricket bat. Cricket's like their baseball, sort of, right?
Right, they assaulted him with a cricket bat.
Hit him with a cricket bat. Authorities arrested the defendants, the victims, and sent them to prison for 2 years, and the attacker, they got off.
Except for the brain damage.
Well, you know, a little bleaching that into the gene pool worked out.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
The other one I like is a television personality, well-known television personality, saw some people outside her window, and so she grabbed a kitchen knife and just waved it in front of them to scare them away. And when the police arrived, they explained to her that what she had done was illegal. They didn't arrest her, but they basically said, don't ever do that again.
You're listening to AM560 The Answer. Give us a call, 312-642-5600. This is what Father Fleeger would like for our country right here. You're looking at it.
Yeah, more than likely.
This is it.
I love it. The police explained to her that even if you're at home alone and you have an intruder, you are not allowed to protect yourself.
That's right.
That's exactly what I mean, like, quote. That's
Period.
exactly what it says.
And we're not talking about just a weapon. Period. You can't defend yourself. The most telling line in all of this stuff, is the one where it says, you know, after it is successfully completed, after the bad guy successfully completes the crime, which is beating you to death or whatever it is.
Right, murdering you, robbing you, raping you, whatever.
Then the spray may help find it.
Yeah. You know, it's one thing to put a dye pack in, like, the bank, the money that's being stolen from the bank. It's another thing to put it, you know, to, like, spray a criminal with a dye pack because you're being murdered.
Well, I have no words to explain the logic of
He's
this.
gobsmacked.
That's right.
Which is appropriate.
For those of you who are thinking there's got to be a better place than this, because this is what's coming to this country. This is what Barack Obama
This is
wants.
what they want.
This is what Barack Obama
I actually
wants.
don't think it's coming because there's more of us than there are of them.
Well, you know,
might makes right.
I've already given up all my guns and stuff because they're dangerous.
I say might makes right. That is hilarious.
there is
That makes me laugh.
there is a International Living magazine has got a list of things if you're looking for a place to move to, which we talked about that very thing.
Oh yeah.
They've got a, and it's actually, did you get, I don't know if you got far enough to read that. It's actually, it's interesting. It's written by this magazine, and what they do is they've given you a list of things to consider if you're looking for a better place to live than here. A country that collects no more than 20% of its GDP in taxes, that works. A country where foreigners are trying to get in, okay, instead of many of them trying to get out. A country with, which reminds me, did you see the Mexicans shot at one of our helicopters on the border?
I saw the headline, but I didn't read the story.
Yeah, right. That's really a brilliant move on their part. Can we invade Mexico? I mean,
Yes, I think we can.
the problem is why? Who would want it? But anyway,
Just to push them back.
I guess a country with English as a common language, a country with common law tradition, which is what our roots are in, a country where an entrepreneur can start a business in one day. This is sounding more and more like Hong Kong.
It doesn't sound anything like Chicago. Starting a business in one day.
No, not at all.
Never happen.
A country with highly developed system of roads, country where cartoons lampooning politicians and their policies are not only legal but welcome. A country where homeschooling is legal, a country where police on the streets do not carry machine guns, and a country with no history of military coups. Actually, it does sound like Hong Kong, which is where I wanted to move a few years ago. I don't know. It's like Hong Kong. There's a huge shopping mall.
What do they call you there? Wheelo?
Guilo, yeah. That's in its slang interpretation, it's a pejorative for foreign.
I'm sure you'd be very happy there, Wheelo.
Well, it's a great place. It's a nice place. I enjoy it. Anyway, yeah. When we come back,
I was just going to say, it makes me very happy that the only people I know in England are coming back here. So
that's true. When we come back, the Freedom Act. It's worse than the Patriot Act. So we're going to talk about that more after these messages. And you're listening to AM560, The Answer.
It's really nice.
Put the actual screenshot of the Ask the Police comment up on the
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, is it up? You put it up?
Yeah. That's what I was doing. The caption was, in case you thought the UK self-defense thing was a joke, ... And then as a screenshot of the question, comment.
George says, on the plus side, with the transmitter not working right, you won't have to bleep anything. So if you want to say cool, it's okay.
That's before it came back, so let's not try that now.
Oh, did it come back?
It's working. Yes, I'm about a minute and 40 into the segment, it started working again.
Praise the Lord. That's the information.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Here we go.
You should have told our
you're
newbies that.
I got that.
See, I'm the only one actually getting paid, so I want to keep this going.
Well, I'm going to have a little discussion with Mr. Sakoff about $750 an hour.
Shootings and killings.
Providing that it all goes on the air, I think it's fair.
Walking in a Northwest Baltimore parking lot.
My best guess, judging by when people started calling, and because I'm not sure exactly when it started, is you lost probably about the second half of your first segment and the first minute and 40 of your second segment.
You're thinking my rant survived?
I think so, because I think people would have been calling immediately. We get that. The only time we really get a flood of calls is if we're giving away something or if something's wrong.
Yeah.
We've had a double feed and we've had like 15 voicemails.
We should, you know what? We should schedule something at the beginning of every show. Get people calling.
What you gotta do is you gotta get some Spanish-speaking people in here, right? So you start the show in Spanish for like 30 seconds, and then you go, "Hey, wait! Oh, wait! No, that's the other show." That's
There we go.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wrong station, wrong
No,
station.
that's WLS.
Okay. Freedom Act. Yeah, good luck on this. Bum. Oh, advertising sales, right. 3530. Oh, we still got a few minutes. Okay, so, all right. We're having fun now. Okay. Safe
USA, Chicago's most trusted name.
So we actually have something for segment 6.
Tactical pistol rifle.
Totally separate.
Okay.
It's laying on the table.
Okay. What is it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
If I think about it, I will.
Vets can buy back their second one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. One is veterans. You know, they've been trying to disarm veterans, right?
Right.
Saying they're psychos.
Right.
They just announced that if the veteran will give up his benefits, they'll let him have his guns back.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So now we'll have broke psychos. Right.
Did you see that?
And then there's another one, too. There's the second one.
I don't know if it was the House or the Senate. They voted to allow nonviolent criminals to have Second Amendment
Yeah.
rights.
Yeah, felons, nonviolent felons.
Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
No, this is what the VA has been saying is if you go to counseling, which a lot of veterans do for various reasons,
Whatever your reason may
that
be.
automatically means you're unable to handle your
Yeah.
your
You
affairs.
can't handle yourself.
Exactly. Which will have the effect of veterans will never go and seek help because they don't want to
And then they
lose their-
won't get the help they need.
Exactly.
For over 100 years,
It's
the
typical
Ohio State
government.
Rifle Association has been supporting you. Don't you think it's time you
Typical
supported them?
government.
ISRA.org or 815-635-3198. Illinois State Rifle
3530.
Association is supporting you. Did you need a
Minute and a half.
your outdated bathrooms? Did the front store raise more questions than answers? The answer is Stone City. 2 million square feet of marble granite countertops, 50 colors starting at $26 a square foot installed. Plus the latest appliances, cabinetry, faucets, and fixtures. Stone City designers transform your dream into reality. 3053 West Frank, Chicago, or call 773-533-9806. That's 773-533-9806. Stone City, it's your home.
1 minute.
Well, momento.
Foundation poll found that 63% of women experience symptoms of insomnia. Insomnia is the blue card. It's a shopping and loyalty card.
This is interesting. 2 staplers side by side.
Dueling staplers?
There must 3 staplers.
Stallone tried the first one and it didn't work, so I brought him another one and it didn't work, so I brought him a third one and that one worked, so I left all 3 of them in there.
There's 3 staplers.
There's gonna be 2 pissed off people around.
They can have 3 staplers in
No,
the
just one,
studio,
because 2 of them were from over here.
but they can't have a signal that can go out.
I don't know, staplers are, it's pretty simple. They can get the stapler working.
Yeah, that's.
It doesn't bode well for everything else.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're listening to On Target Radio. The Answer with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry.
Hi, I'm Rick Cizak, Advertising Sales Director for the On Target Media Group. If you own a small business and need more exposure to potential customers, and what small business doesn't, we can help. For over 2.5 years, the On Target Media Group has been helping small businesses grow. We offer many different and affordable marketing packages through our partnership program. Plus, we can even create a custom program tailored to your business's needs. To find out more, contact me today at sales.ontargetradio@gmail.com or visit our website at otmediagroup.net/sponsorship. We look forward to helping your business reach its target.
I don't know. We're a team. You know that?
That was good. I like
We're a
the
team.
Got it.
I like the wording on that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a word, you know. Yeah. We just need advertisers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, finally on our last week on the year, it comes together.
That'll be it. That's right. We'll go out with a blaze of glory. Each sentence. The good news is the Freedom Act. Well, the good news is the Patriot Act.
is gone.
It's gone. It's gone. And the big problem with the Patriot Act, of course, and for those of you who've been sleeping for the past year or so, 2 years. Yeah, the big problem with the Patriot Act is they were illegally collecting. They called it metadata.
Mm-hmm.
Every phone call, email. What am I missing? Something?
No, it's pretty
Everything. Pretty much everything was being collected by the government. And they go, well, nobody's reading it or listening to
We're
it.
just archiving it.
Yeah, just
Just in case.
exactly, just in case. Everything Every phone call. It's gone. It didn't survive. Congress got rid of it, dumped it. That nonsense
What I
about
wanna know
it's
is,
illegal.
Did they erase the servers? No.
Oh, of course not. No, don't be silly. Don't be foolish.
Just like the state police is destroying our gun purchase records after so many years.
Yeah, don't,
Uh,
let's not look like we're ignorant. But here's the thing. They got rid of that act because of that, because it was illegal to do that. And they
yeah, like a couple of different courts said that it was actually illegal.
Exactly. And they replaced it now with the Freedom Act, which has solved that problem. It made it legal now. That's how they solved
Well, that's
the
one
problem.
way to solve it.
It's well, you know, it's neat, it's simple, it's easy. But here's the big difference is what?
Well, instead of the government collecting your info, it's the telecom companies have to collect it now.
Big business collects it. Well,
Yeah.
what could go wrong?
What could
with that?
possibly go wrong? Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if we talked about this on the air, but I think we talked about it privately. We found out that our TV is listening to us.
That's right.
The $5,000 television that my father purchased is spying on us. So he's thinking about possibly disabling that once and for all. It's a little drastic. I said I wouldn't do it to my $5,000 television. He's like, I'm doing it.
I'd shoot it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're in your own house.
He's talking about drill bit. Drill bit.
A little dental work on the TV set.
Basically.
Yeah. That too,
Lobotomy.
ladies and gentlemen, is not a joke. It's actually true.
It's true.
Now, I think I saw somewhere they identified what TV sets do that.
Well, it's the ones that are called smart.
Oh,
That's
it's
what
just
makes
blanket?
them smart.
It's just
is-
blanket?
As far as I know, yeah, all the smart ones are spying on
Okay,
you.
well, and that's again, it's like Great Britain.
It's a euphemism.
We would like it to be a joke. It's not. These TV sets,
They collect
they collect.
the
They
conversation.
listen. They got microphones built into them, and they collect it and they ship it back to God knows who.
Well, the company,
The company.
manufacturer, and then the manufacturer compiles that data and they transcribe it
And
so
blackmails you.
that they can pull keywords out, and the advertisers, they sell it back to advertisers so that they can more effectively advertise to you.
Now, you know, we should.
Very 1984.
Yeah, exactly. Why? And that's well. That's not. Is it wiretapping? I don't know.
It is, but it's a private company. It's not the government.
Well, yeah, but if I make a phone call to you and I can't record it without your knowledge.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. They probably figured some way to skirt the law on
I'm sure
that.
they have.
I mean, they have expensive lawyers to make sure that they're technically within the bounds of legality.
You know what actually scares me about this? As long as the federal government was doing it, they are such inept morons that I really honestly didn't care. I really didn't. You know, people go, I don't have anything to hide. That wasn't my issue.
That's
My
not the
issue
point,
is these people are morons. Everything this administration, government
Everything
has
they
touched.
touch goes to crap.
It does. It right out the window. Everything they've done has been. They spent more money implementing the healthcare website. They could have just given the money.
Right. They could have just paid us all like several
Exactly.
$1,000s. Yeah.
And so I didn't worry about it. Now I'm worried because big business, they don't make those
They
mistakes.
do know how to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. And they've got it now. So, and under the terms of this thing, the feds can go to them and ask for it anytime they want. They got to have a reason,
Right.
but they can get this information from them. So what they've done is they've just taken it. They've taken the business away from the government, given it to somebody else. They've made them their agent.
Well, and the other thing that's kind of ironic about it is, kind of cost cutting. Oh, well, we don't have to waste the computer space now. We'll make the telecom companies do it.
All right, well, we're going to be back with more on Target Radio after a few messages. We're going to talk a little bit. I want to talk about preventing encryption. That's what the feds want to do now. And we got a couple of things we're going to talk about. All that after this. And you're listening to AM560, The Answer.
Maybe you talk about that. Having companies in charge, I think of like Blackwater.
What?
You know, like missionaries, you're paying them to do your dirty work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
They're
So
putting
just
this
turning his mic on 5 seconds before the
Yeah.
music starts.
He usurped your power.
You're gonna get a tit smack.
Even
for that.
I don't do that.
I was smacking your kids.
I wanted to see if the
You
button
wanna hear what
actually
my
did
dad
anything.
said about the
Yeah, no, you can actually
television?
turn them on.
He thought he
When I
just
have them
disabled
potted
my
up in there,
phone. He thought he
Yeah.
still
turned it
would be
off.
live.
But every time you turn the TV
And I
on,
leave them
the
potted
little
up, so
microphone
don't turn them
comes
on
the screen
unless
flashing. Hi, I'm on.
It actually tells you that
Sorry,
it's on.
nobody heard you for
I mean, it doesn't
About 9
talk,
minutes
but it,
No.
Yeah.
the little picture comes up and it flashes. Yeah, and because he had told me, you know, oh, the TV, it's one of these smart TVs.
It was like if anybody ever bought like a 10-wood Discman,
So I thought
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
and you would like ride your bike,
But then
and it was in your
And-
pocket.
he's
any
like, did you
tiny
ever
little
notice
bump-
that the microphone come up? And I never paid any attention. And so then after he
Anti-skip,
told
you
me,
would have
then
to
I
hold it
noticed,
perfectly
well, it's
still
still
for
Yeah,
like
coming
5
up.
minutes.
anti-skip
Yeah.
technology doesn't exist.
So,
And then you hit
so
one
I
bump,
said,
and it's
you
just
know,
like,
that microphone's still coming up.
Yeah.
And turn the TV on. He goes, yeah, currently we really can't turn it off.
Vibrating
permanently.
cam and.
See,
You can
I
turn it-
just-
every time you turn it on, you can turn it off, but you
Yeah,
can't
I
do
don't
it
have that
permanently.
option on my old
He was
school Bose.
discussing it with
Yeah.
He works at Lucid.
And if you
know,
rip it
used
out
to
and
be
put a
AT&T.
new radio in it, it
It's
looks
a technology
stupid.
company. So he's discussing this with one of his coworkers, or maybe more than one, and they were
But
like, "Yeah,
does it have
the
a
only
tape
way
deck?
to permanently
I can
disable
get
it
it
is
on
to go in there."
I was
and
gonna say, you know,
drill
you can get
it
those.
out.
I have one for the removing camera that I have.
Yeah,
You
and
lose
or
a little
to
bit of
destroy
quality.
it. And so I just thought that was really funny that like
Yeah.
these guys that work in high tech, you know, they go, "That's the only way to disable it."
This stuff is
To destroy
nuts.
it.
All this stuff is nuts.
Well, and the thing is too, it's like, okay, we've been living in ignorant bliss for so long, and then you
How long
start,
have they been doing
and then you start finding out some of this stuff, and you're like, how much more is there that we don't know about?
Apparently a lot.
Yeah,
Because it felt like every week something
every
new
day
comes
it's
out.
something new.
44. Oh, we got a minute. Yeah, it seems like every freaking week something, there's some new thing.
It's just ridiculous.
Helping people become debt-free for keeps. Did you know that
Hopefully we'll get some more responses.
Oh, you're gonna do the giveaway thing now, right?
Do it again. I think we only got 2 people responding to it, so
Yeah, great.
I know, I'm kind of shocked.
And were you one of them?
No, I wasn't one of them. I
He's
can't.
an employee.
Yeah, I
He's
can't.
not-
Happy 20th anniversary, Trinity. Thanks for helping so many
Could you
save
rock
so
paper,
much.
scissors?
I'm sure we can help you too. Call 1-800-6976.
I know we have more than 2 listeners.
6976. 1-800-990-6976.
Maybe they didn't catch It's kind of cool.
Okay.
On Target Radio on AM560 The Answer with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect.
Rick Zizek here, social media coordinator for On Target Radio. This week on the On Target Radio Facebook page, we'll be giving away a gift certificate from Aries Tactical. As many of you may know, from my YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/BigGunner81. Aries Tactical is my source for custom competition holsters. Aries Tactical has many handcrafted Kydex products, from everyday carry holsters to custom competition items, as well as survival gear. So be sure to check out the On Target Radio Facebook page for more details.
And we're giving away, what is it?
It's a gift certificate.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, come on.
You can get whatever you want.
It's a free gift certificate, yeah.
It's free.
The feds, you know, it's like a never-ending saga. So here's the other thing. This tonight is, you know, feds messing with us tonight. The other thing is they are arguing. The FBI and Homeland Security are arguing is really too weak of a word. They're like,
They're demanding.
they're demanding. They're saying that Apple and all these people make cell phones and all that iPads and all that stuff should completely eliminate encryption.
Mhm.
Now they started out saying they wanted a back door, right? And there was a human cry over back door. So now they're saying, you know, like,
Okay, forget it.
no encryption at all. Needless to say, the original equipment manufacturers, the OEMs, are going, no, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, they're basically saying, well, this is what customers want, and if we want to sell products, which we do, you know, we have to encrypt this stuff. Actually, better, not worse.
Now, the feds call this going dark.
Yeah.
Okay, going dark, which means you're off the grid. We call that off the grid.
Sounds so menacing.
It does. The interesting thing about it is somebody, I don't remember who it was, it's not really particularly relevant who the guy's name was, but somebody once said, you know, this concept about going dark is so bad, that's really kind of stupid because there's lots of places you go dark. You can go for a walk in the park and go dark.
That's this college person.
Yeah.
Representative Michael McCall.
Yeah, and he's saying the going dark concept isn't what you think it is. There's lots of ways you can go
I'm
dark.
sorry. Michael McCall is also with the crazy people. He's defending the FBI. It's Ted Lieu.
That's the guy, Lou, yeah.
Is
right.
the one that said that you know, it's good to have some dark places.
Yeah, and he brings up an interesting point. He said 40 years ago, you could make the statement that paper shredders are one of the most damaging things to national security because they destroy documents that law enforcement might want to see.
Might want to see.
Might want to see, yeah. Well, the interesting thing about collecting data and all of that, and this is the troublesome part. They're collecting evidence against somebody before they commit any kind of a crime.
Right. On the premise that at some point in the future, they may want to look at what you did.
Right. Yeah, that makes, what could possibly go wrong with that, right?
But yeah, Liu said when they talk about dark places, ooh, it sounds really scary, but you have a dark place in your home. You can talk, you can meet in a park. There are a zillion dark places the FBI will never get to, and they shouldn't.
Do they know about that soundproof room I put in with the, never mind. Anyway.
They do now.
They do now, yeah. Now, the other thing I wanted to cover, want to try and squeeze in, oh, well, we got a call from Joe in Wisconsin. Joe, how are you doing this evening? Hi. You mean she's going to come here and visit, you're going to hand her a gun, and she's going to go home?
Does she live in Illinois, or what state does she live in? Oh, well, I think it would be fine. Michigan doesn't have a FOID like Illinois does, so maybe Ed will call and weigh in on this, but that's a federal thing, and as far as I know, there's nothing to be done between. No, and it's her gun. Well, that would be a local law in Michigan, so we're not.
Wisconsin.
No,
Joe's in Wisconsin.
The daughter lives in Michigan. We're not versed on local laws in Michigan because every municipality in some states has home rule and they can do whatever they want.
Sure. You don't need to go to the federal building.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the best thing to do is see if you can get the original receipt from that purchase back in the day. But if you can't, I wouldn't worry about it.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
All right, well, thanks for giving us a call. We're the last people on earth.
Yeah,
to
we're
ask
not
legal
legal
advice.
experts, and especially in other states, we're fairly well versed on Illinois law, but. Yes, it is. It's not as draconian as some other states, but it's unpleasant to say the least.
All right, thanks for calling, Joe. I appreciate it. I wanted to talk. We got 28 seconds. I wanted to talk about St. Paul and the schools in St. Paul getting mandatory training on white privilege. Maybe we'll
have a couple minutes.
Right.
Second five.
There's another thing I want to talk about. Anyway, we'll be back after these messages with more on Target Radio, and you're listening to AM560 The Answer. I don't know why I picked up on that call. He was waving his arms.
Oh, wasn't he saying no? Don't get it.
Say for USA.
Here it comes.
We're still discussing in segment 6.
I thought you would get it.
I didn't get
I was
any
trying
of
to figure out what all this stuff meant.
I was telling you to read that he's from Wisconsin. Every time somebody from out of state calls up asking for advice, you guys always tell them to post a question on Facebook and then you have Ed answer it. And I fully expected you to just be in and out of that in like 12 seconds. Although I think the guy's like a Dennis Farina impersonator or something. I can't really talk about it too fast. Holy crap.
Throw in the trunk of your car. Don't touch it until you get there. You'll be golden.
That's
I promise.
Right, exactly. I'm like, just give it
I'm
to
not
her.
gonna
It's
say
not
that
gonna
on the
give
air.
her.
No, I know, but it's like, come on, dude.
That's what you do. You just hand her the fucking gun.
Yeah.
Well, wait, he actually bought it for her when she was younger? Or
They're
what? I missed that
She
part.
much
said
time you
her
got?
dad, so I must be the stuff.
How much time you got?
Probably 2:15, something like that.
All right, we'll do you first. As soon as we come in.
And you can get it free by 1-800-522-1585. If you're drowning in the day's agenda, craving fulfillment, freedom, you need this book. You'll discover the 9 declarations for reclaiming your personal
Shit, we got half a minute.
unmask the major
I'm
enemies
sitting
of
here
our
locked and loaded. I got a lifetime.
once and for all. I'll show you how to get back
He's like a sniper with his finger on the trigger.
I just want to hit the Anthrax thing because it's just hard to make. Oh, we got to also pitch segment 6.
Right.
Do we remember what we're talking about? You can pitch it.
The vets. You said there's another thing that I want to look
There's a
at.
second thing.
You
Like,
want to talk about white privilege in segment 6?
no, I want to talk about what? What did I have?
The veterans and their guns?
Buying back your Second Amendment rights.
You're going to talk about it. Just tack it on to the end of your thing and say, stick around for segment 6.
Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control.
And we're back with more on Target Radio, and here it is, what you've been waiting for all week to know what you're going to do for the next week.
This year's Clyde Howell NRA Youth Shooting Sports Camp will be June 26 to 28 at the ISRA range in Bondfield. The camp is for young people ages 10 to 16. The fee is just $150, which includes all meals and ammunition. To sign your child up for the Clyde Howell NRA Youth Shooting Sports Camp, go to saferusanfp.org and click on Clyde Howell, or use the link on our Facebook page. You will have 2 opportunities to meet on Target Radio in June. The first one will be Friday, June 19th in Bolingbrook at the Juneteenth Festival. This multicultural celebration will include live entertainment, food, vendor booths, and educational exhibits from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Performing Arts Center in Bolingbrook. If you would like more details, I put the website link on our Facebook page earlier today. On Saturday, June 20th, join On Target Radio at NRA Day at the ISRA range in Bondfield from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. NRA Day is a great opportunity for experienced and novice shooters alike. Each range, pistol, shotgun, rifle, black powder, and archery, will have a selection of firearms for you to try. You just buy the ammo. Also, if you are thinking about joining a private range, the ISRA range is fantastic, and you can check it out on NRA Day. The link to the ISRA website is also on our Facebook page. The following Safer USA classes are all at our office in Waterman. Saturday and Sunday, June 13th and 14th, Illinois Concealed Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and Gretchen and meets the training requirements for Illinois Concealed Carry, as well as Florida, Arizona, and Utah. Saturday, June 13th, Long Range Rifle, taught by Ed Janka. Saturday, June 27th, Tactical Rifle 1 and 2, taught by Eric. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on register. And stay tuned for, I should say, tune in to YouTube for segment 6. Tonight, we're going to be talking about how veterans can buy back their Second Amendment rights.
You know, we actually got a couple things because I'd like to mention the Homeland Security thing with the bioterrorism. So we got a couple of things that we'll talk about on segment 6. Turns out it could be very interesting. We're live streaming that tonight.
We're going to live stream it, and you can watch it on YouTube at youtube.com/on-target-radio.
And then it's archived.
Yeah, it's archived. You can also find it on the Facebook. We'll post a link there as well.
So we want to do that. It was a good show.
Yeah. You don't want to talk about Anthrax now?
We got a minute. This strikes me feds, federal government. Never have I been so down on our government
Yeah,
before
this is
than the past 2 years
slap
or
the
so.
government.
Yeah. If you got anything in the mail from, and this is a little over the top, I'm exaggerating, but if you get something in the mail from Homeland Security, don't open it. They have sent out, not to people, to be fair, but they sent out live anthrax samples to 51 labs in 17 states in the District of Columbia, as well as 3 foreign countries. They thought they were dead spores. They were live.
Yeah. So don't open any packages from the Pentagon, which, I would say is a general rule for life.
It's not a bad idea. You don't want to open anything from the Pentagon.
Just generally.
Some of them were sent FedEx.
And then they said, we know of no risk to the general public.
What do you put in the little box that says, what does this contain? FedEx says that, what do you put? Anthrax?
Dead anthrax.
I mean, come on, be serious. Yeah, and then they say threat to general public and commercial shippers is 0. It was 0 chance of sending live anthrax, okay?
Right.
That's what they told us. All right, anyway, thank you for listening to On-Target Radio, and be sure to listen next week. We'll be covering the red meat issues that affect your life.
We'd also like to thank George Hoffman on the board, our social media coordinator and ad sales director, Rick Cusack, our intern, Brian Schmaltz, and our sponsors, DS Arms, Gaylord's Fine Indian Cuisine, the Illinois State Rifle Association, the Aurora Sportsman's Club, Stone City Kitchen and Bath Design Center, and Safer USA.
And as always, thank you, Michael, for making it all happen.
You didn't throw in your good night, everybody.
Not supposed to.
Yeah, snack down.
Beat the crap out of it is what we did. Don't forget to save it.
Why did you react to that? Could you hear that?
What?